So as the third COVID-19 wave makes its way across the country, calls are mounting for tougher regulations. The Southern African Alcohol Policy Alliance says government must restrict the sale of alcohol before the healthcare system is once again overwhelmed. This didn't go down well with the liquor industry. Lucky Nitmane, a convener of the National Liquor Traders Council, has called the statement a paid mouthpiece for anti-alcohol lobbyists. He says the industry is done participating in unjust and unconstitutional bans. And Nitmane joins us now in studio for more on this. So you're not happy, clearly, because this call for an alcohol ban was released yesterday. What do you say in response to it?
Good afternoon, Shahad. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and good afternoon to NCA viewers at home. We were taken aback by that statement from SAPA, precisely because we were under the impression that we were working on a social compact with government agencies or any interested party that wants to see alcohol issues resolved in a manner that's befitting, especially as we are in the middle of a pandemic. I mean, we share the same sentiments with SAPA in terms of ensuring that we have an environment that supports the responsible usage of alcohol. But for such a statement to not even consider the issue of livelihoods, I mean, our people have been subjected to almost 20 weeks of non-trading. It's even difficult for some of them to even find their feet back into trading again in this instance. So really it was an unfortunate statement. We feel that, SAPA really behaved in a way that is not really helping as we are all embarking on an effort to make sure that we support government's efforts in ensuring that we fight the COVID-19 pandemic together.
Yeah. Will you support government if there's another ban, though?
No. We will not participate in any ban that does not take into consideration our issues that we have raised with government countless times. We have called on government to really engage with the industry, with the tavern sector, so that we can find ways and means in which we can be able to, deal with the issue of ensuring that we preserve their lives as well as their livelihoods. We feel that bans are a blunt object that government has used time and again to, perpetuate poverty in our liquor traders' lives. We feel that that's not something that we're going to welcome, and we call on government to really find time to sit with us. If they are too busy to do so, we'd like to, really alert them to the fact that the alcohol industry, specifically the tavern sector, employs about 250,000 people, and those livelihoods that are dependent on that sector really cannot afford another ban. Even if it's restrictions, we really need to look at it clearly, but we're really not going to participate in any unjust bans that doesn't take into consideration the fact that our people are dependent on alcohol to survive, to take care of their families.
Yeah. So SAPA goes as far as saying that there must be a ban on alcohol advertising as well, outside of a place that actually sells alcohol. And they believe that this will have an overall positive effect on COVID-19 and the infection rate in this country. I mean, would you agree with that?
There's not even a link. It's actually even it's a mute statement to make. I think if really SAPA wants to contribute to a meaningful society in terms of addressing the issue of alcohol consumption in a responsible manner, then they really need to engage with industry. Maurice is on record to say that it's not going to engage with the industry to make sure that we find solutions. So we wonder what is the use of even having such a structure that's not willing to contribute positively to what we stand for as a liquor industry, as a tavern sector, which is to create an environment that promotes the responsible usage of alcohol. So really we are taken aback, but I think we've given this statement too much airtime. I think it's about time that we move on and look at the bigger issue, which is to make sure that we come together to make sure that we are able to deal with the issue of the third wave, which we are equally concerned as the alcohol industry, as the tavern sector. This is something that we'll be able to deal with if we come together with government, with civil society. This is a problem that's not only meant to be solved by government, but all parties involved, which we are ready to take up that fight together with government side by side to make sure that we deal with this issue of COVID-19.
So obviously, Lucky, you've seen the numbers increase in several provinces in the country, which is why there's cause for concern. You yourself issued a statement saying that people shouldn't let their guard down when they are indulging and having booze, so to speak. But that's not the case. We know that's not happening. We know people are gathering in large numbers. They're letting their guard down. What can you do as an organization to stop that?
So our people are not letting their guard down. We accept that we've got rotten apples that might manifest as if they are the majority. But we know that, Sean, since we were allowed to operate after the devastating ban of the 20th of December, we haven't had any issues that could be linked to people not being aligned or alive to the fact that we are under a pandemic. So our people have really come to the party, and liquor traders need to commend it for the good work that they've done to make sure that, the environment in which alcohol is traded is a responsible one. But also consumers and patrons need to be commended for the good work that they've also put in. We know that there will be rotten apples, and once we pick up those rotten apples amongst our midst, we're able to report those to law enforcement officials for the law to take its course. We cannot have a situation where liquor traders flagrantly disregard the laws of the country as it pertains to COVID-19. Anyone who does not want to come to the party and play ball and abide with the regulations need to lose their licenses. It is even that hard. And I know that the liquor manufacturers have actually made a commitment to say that anyone who does not comply with the COVID-19 regulations will even stand to be put on a no supply, meaning that they will not be supplied with any product. So we really, as an industry, are taking a tougher stance to say, enough is enough for anyone who does not want to toe the line and really support government's efforts in ensuring that we all fight the pandemic together. For us, it's a serious matter that we work together with government.
All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. That, of course, is Lucky Nitmane, convener of the National Liquor Traders Council.